Notification, the MPX93 has joined. On team select, ready, team, edit, entering. Edit, ready. Teams, entering team settings screen. Offensive playbook option is set to Memphis. Team, ready. On team selection TCU Horned Frogs.
They say games are played on the field and not on paper, and that's a good thing. Because if this one were played on paper, it might get ugly, but you never know what's going to happen. Welcome to Amon G. Carter Stadium in Fort Worth, home to the TCU Horned Frogs. As we'll see a squad from the Big Ten, the Penn State Nittany Lions, taking on a participant from the playoff last year, the TCU Horned Frogs. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going.
Entering play calls, normal.
And the Nittany Lions will kick it away to start. Bringing it back. And the return man showing great vision to be able to find some space and put his team in much better field position.
Coaching, alert, cornerback match, option pitch key off, defense, corner, RPO, sun drop, spread.
From the shotgun, the handoff to the back. Drag down after a pickup of 5 out to the 35.
Formation.
And defensively, one of the most important things is stopping the run, being physical up front. That was too easy for this offense. You can't give up 5 and 6 yards of pop on the ground. Like, that is a recipe for disaster. They got to be more physical. Get off the ball, get downhill faster.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Back to pass. Fired that thing out in a heartbeat, but it's incomplete.
Well, I think this quarterback just has to be careful with his decision-making. Yes, he's one of the most talented guys in the country, but early in this game, we're now seeing him throw the ball into double coverage. He's very lucky that one wasn't picked off.
These are the types of plays where offenses impose their will. 3rd and short from the 45. Out of the gun, the give to the back. Solid work and execution there. They'll have a first down as they mark it at the 40.
It's a really good sign if you're on offense here. You're putting it on your offensive line on 3rd down. Critical down and distance, opening drive of the game. Let those guys fire off, get a hat on a hat. You can run the ball, pick up the first, you're around midfield. All things looking pretty good here early for this offense.
Defense is about getting the guy on the ground, holding on for dear life. It's hard, I know, with so much speed on the outside, but you got to get that guy on the ground. When you miss one tackle, next thing you know, all that extra yardage is killing your defense.
Looking for space to the left. Got his man. Stop is made at the 36, but he picked up 10 on that one and has a fresh set of downs.
And it's so hard to be on the run and make an accurate throw. It's just very tough. Very few people can do it. Again, we see the freaks and we see the highlights all the time, but that's a tough thing to do. He made it look pretty easy.
The Horned Frogs have it with a 1st and 10. Wants to throw on first down. That's reeled in. It's Baptiste.
Slants against man. That wide receiver has to win right now. Right now at the line of scrimmage against that DB playing man coverage. Quarterback, timing with the wide receiver, put it on the money. Wide receiver's probably still going to get hit too. We got to hold on to that thing.
They're about to run a dirty half-dozen plays on this drive.
Give cushion.
Back to pass on 2nd down. Caught near the sticks. It's Gualetta.
Entering play
All
clock.
down, but he has enough to move the chains.
One Sam SS blitz.
throw him to the spot, and that's exactly what he did to pick up the first down.
And that's so many hours of doing this together. You know exactly when he's going to break on that out route. You know what kind of speed he has because you've thrown it so many times. Nice rhythm and timing, and you could tell that was experience between receiver and quarterback.
That's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
Pulls it on the bootleg fake. It's complete to the left. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. Well, he made the grab, but the doors closed quickly after that.
And I like this. I want to find my running back, but man, he's got to do a little more damage after the catch. I need a stiff arm. I need a spin move. I need something where he can make that guy miss and pick up a bunch of yards and maybe get a big play out of it.
Quick screen to the speedster out wide. Touchdown, TCU! Made the grab and then did the rest himself, and they put points on the board.
You love as a head coach to watch your offense take the field and establish a rhythm and consistency the way they did there. Everything they dialed up was working to perfection. They go 10 plays on the opening drive and cap it off with a touchdown.
They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25.
Suggestions. There are 8 categories. You have 12 options. Jet pass FK zone selected. Hat right.
Out of the gun, the running back has it. Defense in the right spot. They stop him after a gain of 2 to the 28.
Man, a nice second effort by the back to break a tackle. But how about those defensive backs willing to come up, stick their face in the fan, and make a tackle?
Those are the best run defenses, too, right? It's not just D linemen and linebackers getting all the plays, but it's DBs that are willing to not just...
Picked off. What a play to set him up. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but on the great return to improve this field position.
Man, that's not the attempt you wanted to start the game. First pass of the game, interception. Man, this is where you go to the sidelines. You have a good talk with your coach. You settle down. It's not the end of the world. It's one pass, but that is not the start he had in mind today.
Swings it out to his running back. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play.
I want to make sure I know where the playmakers are. And I can't let guys like this guy slip out of the backfield and make big plays against me. Good job being aware that they can throw the ball to the running back, closing space and getting that fast dude on the ground.
LB Blitz, WS Blitz, cover 3 Sky, cover 4 Ponds.
And they don't want to waste this great field position here on 3rd and long.
Spread.
From the gun, wants to pass. Finds his big tight end. He's brought down right at the 13-yard line. Still a ways to go to make it to the line to gain. Let's see what they do on 4th. And they'll send out the field goal unit. Smashes it between the uprights.
Entering play
and now the lead's extended a little further. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Right, guys, got a final score on one of the more intriguing games this week. Oklahoma was relentless today in a road win that frankly wasn't even as close as the final score indicates. This was a vintage Sooners performance, one that really should instill confidence within this program. Regardless the outcome today, guys, these are still 2 quality programs. Proof the sport is as healthy as ever.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there.
Outside zone.
The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. They've spotted them a 10-0 start. Now to see if they can answer on this drive. And you want to know what impact home field advantage can have? There it is. The offense will walk it back.
Options. HD stretch is selected. Right.
Here's the handoff. Not much room there. They'll give him one to the 9.
Play call outside.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more. But sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Give to the back. Drives into the pile just to pick up a one. They'll spot it at the 10.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. A lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. Looking down the middle. Got his man on the right. That's a nice pickup to give them some breathing room, and they've got it out to the 27.
I love the start for this quarterback on 3rd down. 3rd down, obviously money down. Got to have success. But to have success early, now it opens up everything. Like, we trust him. He's got a rhythm going. He's feeling good, and he got a lot of confidence.
Short cross.
To the air on 1st down. Fires to the middle. Makes the grab. They'll move the chains after he gets it to the 43-yard line.
I'll go HB.
And I love the awareness by the wide receiver on that play, because I'm not sure that route was supposed to be that deep. You got to wonder if the receiver decided maybe to adjust the route a little bit to make sure that he got the 1st down.
The Nittany Lions have this offense rolling.
Goes. Did.
Looking to throw on 1st down. Takes the easy completion. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one.
You know, as a quarterback, you believe in your matchup. And then my running back, if I can get him the ball in space, he's going to win a lot of times. He didn't that time. The defense was ready. Nice job in the open field, making the nice tackle.
The Nittany Lions with a long way to go after the loss on the last play.
Short cross.
They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. Snagged out of the air. And they'll make the stop, and we are headed to the end of the 1st period.
Charlotte, Texas.
We've reached the break, and TCU is holding the lead. They largely dominated this 1st quarter as indicated by the stats. Big turning point as we head into the 2nd and get this game rolling again.
Slot cross. Shake. Levels. Check spot. Dig. Puff flanker spot. Slot corner. Flanker spot. Shallow cross.
So they had a chance to talk over this 3rd down play to open the period. And you can give all the credit to the crowd for that one. Offense, no chance and call for the false start.
There are 13 categories. You have 10 options. Florida cross is selected. Cheat middle divide. YMTN drive. Spot. Double moves.
They'll come to the line at the 42, facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Here's a heat. Had to throw it before he wanted.
Get the quarterback off the spot. Make him flush from the pocket. Put a good hit on him. Check, check, check. You want to do everything you can to make a QB uncomfortable. The defense did all 3 of those on this play and finished it off with a nice lick, nice physical play on the quarterback.
They're able to put a stop to that return right at the 30-yard line.
Formation, there's goal up 3, split, cover to invert.
TCU will send its offense back onto the field. Always good to get points on a drive, David, but chip shot field goals can leave you a little empty.
And I think it's great to get points, but the great teams get touchdowns in the red area. You got to get out there this time and execute a little better on this drive.
You're absolutely right, David. Generally, the best red zone offenses are the ones that run the ball the best. So let's see if they can be a little bit more physical on this drive.
They'll throw it to the back on the screen. At the 40, there he goes. All out of space. He's at the 20. Touchdown, home run. And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing. No step back in week 3. They have been sharp as they extend the lead.
Man, oh man, when you got a weapon like that, you got to find him and you got to give him the ball in space. You have some plays on your play sheet and someone can just say, that guy, get him the ball, let him do the rest. Dangerous weapon out of the backfield, catching the football, making the big play.
Just into the end zone, and he'll bring it out. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. They've fallen into this big hole, and they are pretty desperate for answers right now. They're going to throw it to start the drive. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down, second down coming.
Really good coverage by this defense. That they were aware of everyone on the field and including the running back. A lot of times those guys get lost in the shuffle, but they saw him. They knew the ball was going to. They braked on it, did a good job, and got in his face just enough to cause him to lose some focus and drop that football.
Between them and the sticks here on second down. Couldn't connect on first down, now back to the air. On target to the left. Really needed a play like that to get out of their own end. They moved the chains, they marked it at the 29.
When you get man-to-man coverage and you're running that curl, I got to sell him deep. I got to get a little bit of space where I can make him think I'm running deep, and then I sit down real quick. QB, wide receiver on the same page, first down.
It'll be a 1st and 10 from the 29.
Slug go. Did.
Looking to throw on first down. Got his man quickly. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. The Nittany Lions racing to the line in a hurry up.
And this offense gets nothing done on that play, but look at them. They're continuing to run this tempo. They want to try to do something to get a spark going to create a big play.
Fires to the wideout. On target over the middle. And the big gain. They've got it on the 46.
Double post.
Gain of 25 on the play. Good enough for first down.
The Nittany Lions are on the move. From the gun, running back gets to give. Turning it on. And finally out of bounds after an explosive run by this ball carrier.
This guy strikes fears into the hearts of every defensive coordinator, David, with that speed. If you give this guy any open grass, man, he's gone.
It's just silly. Look at the angles, people trying to catch him, but he's got so much juice. He can outrun those angles and make enormous plays.
They'll run it on 1st and goal. This time there is no running room to be found, and this defense wasn't going to get hit with a big run twice in a row.
So on offense, you've got to find a way to put 6 up on the board. You know that in this game, field goals may not get it done. So big-time players make big plays in big games. Who can you rely on right now to get you a touchdown?
Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming.
Short cross.
Wants to go up top. Looking for the score. Knocked away, incomplete in the end zone.
I love the vision on the quarterback by this defense. You know that ball's going to come out pretty quick. Down here on the goal-to-go situation, they break on the football, and they make sure they swat it down so the offensive guy can't make a play.
They'll try to pass it in on 3rd and goal. It's incomplete, but here comes the flag, and I think it's going to be a first down.
And the defender just way too handsy on that last play. You could see all the contact as the ball was in the air. He simply can't do it, and the referee's caught it.
Outside zone. There are 11 category. Option is ISO.
And after that penalty, the defense is almost out of real estate to defend. It's 1st and goal on the 1. Trying to surge it in. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
Entering play call.
And on that situation, the 1-yard line, the defense brings so many guys. Palmer gets in the backfield, creates the negative play.
Yeah, I think we're seeing the overall athleticism of this defense. They've got guys flying to the ball.
Can the defense stop them again on 2nd and goal? They'll run it to the left here, looking for the goal line. And he gets it back to the 4-yard line and no farther.
Man, and that's a frustrating play when you go in reverse near the goal line. Goal-to-go situations, Palmer. You got to get those positive yards. You can't go backwards if you're trying to get a touchdown.
You know, I'm trusting in my quarterback here to make the right decision. Looks like we're going to have to throw it, right? But if it's not open, just throw this thing away. You don't want to take a sack, lose extra yardage here. Just be smart with the football.
Huge play in the red zone. 3rd and goal coming up. From the gun, wants to pass. And the quarterback caught up to and sacked at the 12.
Coach suggestions.
That is how you get it done. 3rd down, it's the money down, right? We got to be at our best. How about the monster sack on 3rd down?
He splits the uprights. That'll close the gap to 14. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Terrific showdown this week, guys. Let's take a look at what's going on. Louisville is trailing right now, but let's be honest. The program that turned out Lamar Jackson should never be counted out of any game. It's a close one right now. They're trailing by 1 to Stanford. Just another week of college football where we've come to expect the unexpected, fellas.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. From the gun, running back on the move. Get some work done there. Pick up a 4 to the 22.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive. Stick your foot in the ground. Pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Choose a new audible. Cover STR Eagle. Choose an audible to replace.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Down to 2 minutes before the half, and they'll take the timeout and see if they can add a little more before the break.
Blitz 3 sample, double.
They'll line up for a 2nd down play. They'll run it from the gun. Good, solid, determined run there. They'll mark him down at the 27.
And, you know, when we talk about great 3rd down defenses, it really starts with them getting stops on 1st and 2nd down. You've got to get those stops early in the drives to set up 3rd and long, so that's a missed opportunity on that 2nd down by this defense.
And they wanted it all on 3rd down, but now dealing with 4th down.
Defense did a great job. 3rd and short on the opponent's side of the field. They're expecting quick throw. Everybody, they dug their heel in the ground. They're able to break on the ball.
Entering paused screen, you have 9 options. Resume is selected. Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 6 categories. Sog Blitz 1. Cover 3 Sky. Sam Mike 3 Cover 3 Sky. Sog Blitz 1.
A couple of yards short of the first down in your own territory, but they are going to go for it on 4th. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Big man has it. It's a first down and more. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37.
Well, that tells you a lot about their confidence in this quarterback. 4th down early in the game on your own end, and you go for it. But when you make decisions and throws like that, it's easy to see why.
Quickly to the tight end. And they pick up just a few on that completion. And the Horned Frogs moving quickly to the line. Off the play fake. Bought a little time, lets it go. He put it out there for him, and the senior gave him a chance, but they couldn't make the connection.
Fox fires. Cover 3. Cover 1 contains Spy.
They've got a good chunk of ground to cover on 3rd and long from the 41. From the gun, wants to pass. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Well, after that incompletion now, you got 4th down in your own end. But based on the fact they've scored 2 touchdowns and kicked a field goal now, they've been looking pretty good. And if I'm the head coach, I think I'm putting a lot of faith and trust in my offense to go get this thing.
He'll get it to about the 25 before they put a stop to the return.
Empty and next slant spot.
They'll get a chance to work on that hurry-up offense here in the final minute of the first half.
Slug go.
Starts a drive trying to go up top. Uncorks one. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down.
Love the physicality of this secondary on defense. That defender got to the football, was able to separate the receiver from the ball, and did it legally. Beautiful job.
Curl flags. Curls.
Last incompletion leaves them still sitting at their own 25 with 2nd and 10. Looking to fire. Right on the money. Out across the 30 mark, down at the 35 after the 10-yard gain.
Drive. Mesh.
We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. They'll snap it on first down from the 35.
Short cross.
Wants to go up top on first down. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
And I think a big reason this offense is struggling right now and why they're trailing on the scoreboard is they have not been able to protect this guy, and it's affected him. He has not looked very accurate. Moving forward, the pass pro has got to be better to help this guy out.
Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. After the incompletion, they go back up top. Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover. And they come up with a big play to make sure no more points go on the board before the end of the half.
Play tight. Zone. Cover to zone. Keep zone.
So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. Looking downfield on first down. Going to try to pop one on the screen. Didn't have much room to run and not a whole lot of help. Short gain there and still plenty of ground to cover for the first down. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Looking to go up top, and time's running out in the half. Can't make the connection. Incomplete pass, and 1 second remains.
This is going to be a tough situation for the offense here. Late in the first half, they're trying to find a way to generate some points before going into the locker room, but the defense is ready for it. So the windows are not going to be very big, especially when you're trying to attack vertically like they did on that last one. Downfield completions are going to be tough to come by.
He gets it oh so close to the first down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Entering pause screen. Normal.
The Horned Frogs will kick it away to crank up the second half. Fielded in the end zone, it's Henderson. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17.
Play action screen. AHP slip screen. AHP slip screen.
The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. Those 2 first-half turnovers really damaging, and the primary reason they find themselves trailing to start the third quarter.
And this is an offense that prides themselves on taking care of the football and then having explosive plays. You know they're playing angry right now. They're mad. They know they're the reason why they're down in this game, so I expect them to come out here, lighten it up here for the first drive of the second.
Yeah, and this defense playing fast, playing physical, forcing things into action, forcing those turnovers. They played really well in this first half.
You have 17 options. HB stretches selected.
And the Nittany Lions now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. They'll try the run, finding open areas. There he goes. The 30, at the 20. Slippery slide, find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown, Nittany Lions.
Man, this guy is such a weapon because he's so dangerous if he gets into the second level. Great vision, and then David shows you his speed.
Just straight wheels, erasing angles. A lot of times when you're chasing guys that are so fast like this, you're like, I got him, I got him. No, I do not. What a big, long touchdown run. Pad those stats, young fella.
And he takes this from inside the 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21.
Cover 3 Sky. Cover 3 doesn't match.
TCU has it back, in the Horned Frogs go on offense. They just saw their lead cut in half, and now they'll try to answer. Solid run, picks up 6 and gets it to the 28.
You just sense the frustration starting to build, not only on offense, but I think with this running back as well. He is so talented. He's had some massive games throughout his career. Just haven't been able to get him going early in this game. That was a pretty good run there. Let's see if he can turn it on here in the second half.
The modest gain on the completion really shows why you want to run the zone. Make them execute and rally to the ball.
100%. Zone eyes on the quarterback. I see him throw the football, break on it, go make tackles, live to fight another down.
And I feel like the option is a play that this guy can run in his sleep. He's constantly making the right decision, so I love it here. Third down, you're putting it on him to do the right thing. He had to keep the football there. The defense took everybody else away. It was open for him, so he's able to just pick up enough to keep this drive moving, keep the sticks rolling.
And this will be incomplete. A big hit there, forces second down.
Hey, man, if you're going to force incompletions when the QB's thrown to the tight end, you better be physical. Nice job with the hit, forcing that incompletion.
Plenty of work to do here on second and long. The RPO, fire complete to the left. He'll go out of bounds inside the 40. They'll mark it at the 39.
Cover 3 club.
Man, if I'm a defense, I got to find a way to get some more pressure on the quarterback or disrupt their timing and their rhythm. I can't give them these big chunk plays through the air. I got to be maybe a little bit more aggressive or do something a little bit different.
Past the first down marker and still running. And he's brought down after a nice game.
First down, physicality wins football games. Being able to run the football and create balance. And right here, just choose up another first down. Gives you another chance to maybe continue to run the football.
And I feel like this guy, too, is just an explosive player.
And the catch and run into the end zone. Touchdown, TCU! Like a Thanksgiving turkey. They're just being caught. No shot. They have no idea how to get this quarterback.
He's on fire. Everything he's doing is working defensively. We got to figure something out. We got to try to do something a little bit different. Bring more pressure. At this rate, shoot, he's on so much fire. You might as well just send everybody. Blitz everybody. Live with the results because everything else ain't working anyways.
He'll start the return inside his 5. He goes out of bounds on that return right at the 20-yard line. Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point in the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great, so I know offensively I got to put some good possessions together here, make something happen on this side of the football.
From the gun, they'll try the middle. Breaks into the open. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
They'll snap it from the 36. They've got a first down.
Right.
The run from the shotgun. Creates a little space. He breaks the tackle. They can rely on this guy to pick up solid yardage when they need it, and he's out to the 43.
How nice is it as a play caller when you've got a running back as good as this guy, right? I mean, you can just dial up conservative run calls. Nothing has to be too tricky, too fancy. You just know he's going to go make good things happen. Even when it's not blocked properly, he is still finding ways to rip off long runs. This guy now has over 150 yards rushing in the game. Doesn't look like he's slowing down, guys.
Couldn't ask for much more there. A first down, and they're down to the 42. He's topped 150 yards on the ground. 18 Nittany Lion backs have gone for 2K. They've had some great names in history. Franco Harris, Lydell Mitchell, John Cappelletti, Saquon. Maybe this guy's going to be remembered among those legends.
Man, that's crazy to go back and think about those guys and those kind of playmakers coming from one school. I want to be the next guy. That's why you want to go to Penn State and put your name on that list.
They'll pick up 4, 2nd and 6 coming.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. Softened him up with a run. Now to throw. Just gets rid of it to the running back underneath. He's all the way down to the 27-yard line, and they are threatening.
13 categories.
That's why this running back's a big weapon here, right? Because not only can he run the ball, but he can catch it too. Even running flat routes, when you know the ball's going to be in the air a long way, he can adjust to it, make something good happen after the catch. And quite honestly, they need him because they've thrown a couple of picks now in this game. They've got to find a way to get this guy more involved.
Wants to throw on first down. Finds a tight end down the gut. Touchdown, Penn State! A great catch and run for 6.
And you gotta love the creativity with the tight ends nowadays. They can do so many different things. Does a good job. Slips behind the defense. Defense doesn't know where he went. And what does he do? He gets in for 6.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And the extra point is good as they close to within a touchdown, 24-17. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Boys, expect the unexpected in college football, and for some, this update could fall under that category. Louisiana Tech made it look easy today, but I promise you, there is nothing easy about a double-digit win on the road. And a win like this only confirms there is something special brewing with these Bulldogs. All that speculation all week, and now we know. Something tells me, fellas, we haven't heard the last of either of these teams.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there, Kevin. Thanks for the update. Really nice job to squirt his way up to the 31-yard line.
Offenses, when they run these RPOs, they just want to be comfortable. The quarterback wants to make the read very easy, very clean. It's your job as a defense to kind of create some confusion, speed up that process any way you can.
He's in the plus territory, knocked out of bounds after the nice game, marking up to 47.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
And he is snuffed out, greeted by a host of defenders.
It's hard to run on a defense that comes off the ball like that and runs to the football like that. Good luck. No holes anywhere.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
Great play by the defense there, getting a tackle for loss. But on offense, your mindset has to be, we need to be the more physical team here in the second half. We've got the lead, third quarter. We want to run the ball. We've got to have more success getting our blocks and moving forward if we're going to win this game.
They're working that left side. Really putting together a threat now. They get the first. It's at the 37. And you want to talk about his favorite receiver, it might be everybody based on the number of guys getting touches and a chance to show off their hands in the passing game. Here comes the 4th. Time to see who steps up, who makes the winning plays to take home that W. Final stands of the game, and we'll start with the first down. To the ground with the back. Gets it past the first down marker and still running. He's finally stopped and brought down at the 15.
And that's the challenge for this defense, man. It starts to get later in the ball game. That clock is not your friend. You're losing the football game. They got to meet the physical challenge of this run game.
Song blitz 3, corner blitz 2. Overload free sky press.
And the Horned Frogs pounded the rock to move the sticks. Now back to work. Rides to back and leaves it. He stopped at the 14-yard line, and they'll stay on the attack from there.
Corner blitz 2. Overload free sky press. LB cross free show 2.
It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring.
Spread.
The give to the back. He's dragged down at the 12 as they try to cash in on this red zone opportunity. The offense wastes no time getting the timeout call.
Man blitz.
An unforced error there. They don't get the snap off in time. Offense took a little bit too much time at the line there.
Zero blitz.
Timeout called here by the defense. It's their first of the
Entering
half.
play call, man blitz, pinch 0 blitz, LB blitz 0. Entering pause. Controls. Entering controls. Enter coaching. Pause. You have 3 options. Depth chart is selected. Entering depth charts. Entering cancel pop-up waiting for your peer to resume online game. Cancel.
Looks as if they didn't get it off in time. It'll be a delay of game. This defense happy with how that last play turned out, so they'll decline the penalty.
You have 71 options. Rush outside is selected. Entering, attention pop-up, your peer has been kicked for excessive griefing, exit game. Entering Dynasty Hub screen actions.